Y'all already know what time it is. Midway through the year. So that means that hip hop gotta give you the top 5, yo.
In a drought.
All right. So my top 5 going from 5 to 1. Give me Kenny Mason, Angelic Hood Rat, Supercut. At number 4, give me J. Cole, The Off Season. At number 3, give me DJ Muggs and Rome Streets, Death and the Magician. At number 2, give me Benny the Butcher and Harry Fraud, Plugs I Met 2. And at number 1, Ransom 7.
At number 5, I got Skyzoo, all the Brilliant Things. At number 4, I got Armand Hammer, Hiram. At number 3, I got Myke, Pray for Haiti. At number 2, I got Rome Streets, DJ Muggs, Death and the Magician. And number 1, I have 13 with A Magnificent Day for an Exorcism.
Number 5, I got Breeze Brewing with Hindsight. Number 4, I got Myke with Pray for Haiti. Number 3, I got Dark Time Sunshine with Lore. Number 2, I got 13, A Magnificent Day for an Exorcism. And number 1, I got Armand Hammer with Haram.
Let's see here.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Number 5, I have Kenny Mason, Angelic Hood Rat. Number 4, Myke, Pray for Haiti. Number 3, Benny the Butcher, The Plus I Met 2. Number 2, Conway, La Maquina.
La Machina.
Damn. I was practicing too. La Machina.
Practicing wrong.
I know, but I was saying in my head, I was like, I'm gonna nail it. I'm gonna nail this shit.
I'm gonna get this shit.
People gonna be proud.
They gonna think I'm Spanish. Shit.
And number 1, Armand Hammer and Alchemist Haram.
I think you were the only one without Haram, right?
Maybe.
Kid, did you have it?
Yeah, number 1.
And you had it too? Okay.
So okay, you were the only one without Haram on it, and it was kind of high on everybody else's list, if not number 1 actually. So why didn't it make your list?
Just good project, just not feeling it for me like that. Like not on replay like that, you know what I'm saying? So just didn't make it.
And you wasn't on the review either, huh?
I wasn't on the review.
That's right. I forgot.
I was out of town that
How
time.
did you feel about that project? Or did you ever listen to it? Did you ever get listen?
I listened to it.
Okay.
I listened to it after I watched y'all review. I was like, okay, let me listen. And it's a good project. And what's crazy is my brother-in-laws, you know what I'm saying? Like they was hitting up my wife to ask her if I've listened to it.
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, man. There's enough motherfuckers asking, so I listened to it. But it was a damn good project. It's just not me. You know what I'm saying? Like not for a top 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect it.
I noticed that Kenny Mason, which is an independent artist out of Atlanta, made it on a couple people's lists. What made him creep up on your top 5? I think you and Ken had him, so y'all can kind of discuss.
Yeah. Well, for me, it was between Kenny Mason and Myke. Like, that was what was vying for number 5 for me. And the reason why I chose Kenny Mason over, because I've been listening to both of those projects the same. It's the diversity for me. Like, it's just like, yo, he does all of these genres so fucking well, and it's just so weird that a project like that shouldn't flow, but it does. Like, it doesn't feel disjointed at all. So to me, that was the little bit that pushed it over the top over Myke for me.
What about you, Ken? You had him on your list. Where did he fall exactly?
Number 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I just thought the album was really good, and when I was just looking through everything that came out this year, and you know, on both the mainstream and underground, I really couldn't find anything to supplant it that I've listened to. So there's a lot of stuff. There's definitely stuff on their list that I haven't listened to yet, and I doubt I even get a chance to get to it this year. I heard the Skyzoo was really good. But yeah, I know it was one that I like. Gold Link's album, Haram, I thought was really interesting, but I haven't listened to it enough to say that I would put that over Kenny Mason. Yeah.
Do you still feel like it's kind of like a drought? I know we just dropped that video about it being a drought in hip hop. Do you feel like that? Was it hard for you to come up with this top 5 right now?
Yeah, it was. To just find stuff. Like I was just going through Wikipedia just to see what all was out, and I was like, yeah, it was just nothing really stood out. I know the underground dropped a lot of stuff, but they always do that. and so you know I know that they can easily help fill out some lists, but you know there were a couple of projects that you know I think Lawrence dropped the project, so there's some stuff that I haven't gotten to, but even if I listened to those albums, I don't know if they would make the top 5 like that. Some probably would make the top 5 by default. So I know Migos, and because we recorded that video before Migos and Tyler dropped. But yeah, it's still we still got a ways to go. Like those are 2 big name artists, but you know we'll see what happens from here.
Yeah, I think it was interesting hearing Ken talk. Is like whenever we do our top 5, top 10, it's rare that we have multiple commercial artists littered through our list. So realistically, like, is it really a drought? Because I saw Myke reacting. Like, for me, it doesn't. Yes, the bigger name artists aren't necessarily dropping, right? Like it is slowed down a little bit for them. However, it's like hip hop is still like very active, and it was not difficult for me, you know, to create this top 5. You know, like for me, shit, I had to double check, you know, Wikipedia and XXL just to make sure I didn't miss anything that dropped. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it don't feel like a drop because it's still good hip hop music being put out. You know what I'm saying? Like big name artists, okay, fine. I'll give you, you know, a mile there. But outside of that, like, nah, it don't drop.
This is nowhere near a drought. Like, so I've been, because I don't normally do this, but this year I've just been keeping tabs of everything that I listen to that actually makes a good impact. I could have easily made a top 10 because I have more than 10 on my list. Like, I don't know if y'all heard the McKinley Dixon album. It was fucking incredible. The Backwash album, Vinny Paz had an album. There's a dude named, I don't know if it's pronounced Hus Kingpin or Who's Kingpin.
Hus Kingpin.
Hus
Yeah.
Kingpin. His new album, Portis
That
Hus,
nigga dope, bro.
is fucking incredible. Like a whole album centered around Portishead, and he's like a street rapper. You know, Euro Drew had like fucking how many albums this year?
Right.
The Czarface. There's plenty of shit. So nah, it was actually hard. That's why I had to ask earlier. I was like, was this a 5 or a 10? Because I thought it was 10. So I was trying to narrow it down before we started. But yeah, this was tough just to get it down to 5.
Wasn't a drop for me. I mean, it was definitely some quality albums I thought that came out. I'm with Myke. If this was a mid-year 10, I can definitely, you know, drop 10 albums on here. You know what I'm saying? With no issue.
I could have definitely did 10.
Mm-hmm.
I could have gave you 10.
Nah, I could have given you a legit 10 joints that I'm listening right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
too.
Like, no question.
Yeah.
You didn't hear that McKinley album because you would like it. You didn't hear that McKinley Dixon album.
Well, he
did
said
you?
he did. Yeah, he said.
You'll like it.
Yeah.
Check it out. Make a note. You'll dig that album. I can tell right now.
This drought conversation is primarily commercial artists.
Yeah.
Because I can't put the drought label on hip hop. I could put it on commercial artists and segment them because they haven't been dropping like that. But hip hop, nah.
Yeah.
Hip hop is aight.
Yeah.
Sound like you about to hip.
Yeah,
Did J. Cole make anybody's list?
it made mine number
It
4.
made his. Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
it make anybody else's?
nah.
They didn't make
I
mine.
thought y'all kind of liked it a little bit. How that?
Why you got it on me? I've been trying to be friends with J. Cole lately.
He said, "Why you got it
I
on
don't
me?"
want no more problems with J.
You
Cole.
looked up quick, like.
No, it's a good album, but it wasn't something that was gonna
Right.
creep into my top 10. Nah, I mean that's just not my sound. If I'm being honest,
Right.
Somebody had Conway on their list,
Yeah,
and
Ken.
that was hard to leave out too because that was one of his best projects.
The one that we didn't review. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
And once I listened to it, I regretted
Yeah.
the fact that we didn't review
Yeah.
it because I don't know that I saw a lot of people talking about it, but I think it's actually one of his best projects.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, technically, we reviewed it on DE365 since we didn't decide to do it here as a group. For me, it wasn't hard to keep Conway off only because there's so many other projects that, and I'm not saying it's a bad project.
Yeah.
That shit is a fucking amazing. But there's so many other projects that caught my ear so much harder that it was easy to leave them off for me personally.
Did Tyler make anybody's? I know it just came out, but did it make anybody's?
Nah, I slightly considered it, but it didn't move me like that. I thought it was an amazing project. It's just, I don't know, like compared to some of these other joints that I got on here, nah, Nah, it ain't topping it. The only one that would have cracked this top 5 is Myke for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it was neck and neck between Myke and Kenny.
Yeah, Tyler, I liked, but I mean, it's kind of a recent album, so it doesn't have a chance of knocking anything out right now. I think I'll return to it, but I don't know if it's gonna creep into my top 10 by the end of the year. I kind of doubt it.
Solid, good, really good albums, but yeah, it definitely didn't hit the replay value for these albums that I listed already. Like it wasn't touching these as far as replay value. But I mean, I still like the album. Still
Yeah,
enjoy it.
because I thought y'all really praised
we
those
did.
two. So
Yeah.
I'm shocked that it didn't make any of y'all's top 5.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I mean, they were good, but I probably won't listen to them the rest of the year.
Damn, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I doubt I'll listen to either one the rest of the year.
Tyler either?
Probably not.
Dang.
Yeah, J. Cole for me has definitely been in rotation, especially that intro track. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that project, like I hear the hunger. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is one of the first times I really felt J. Cole being Southern. I always felt like a lot of his stuff, if it wasn't commercial or poppy, he just felt like he had a New York vibe. Obviously, he always talked about the Ville. You know what I'm saying? So I know that he's repped it, but it didn't feel like it. And this is the first time I felt J. Cole was Southern. So it just resonated with me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's to me, this is one of those projects like I could just play. Like no skippables. It hits for me.
Did y'all hear this Moses Herman Jacobs album?
Never heard of it.
It's a bunch of dudes I've never heard of, but this album is incredible.
Yeah,
Oh, that's not the name of the artist. That's the name of the
That's the name
project.
of the album. The
Yeah.
artist, it's Mikal Amin, Sir Turns, Long Division, and Professor Brian Oblivion. Never heard of any of these
Yeah.
dudes.
Someone had mentioned me on Twitter to check out that album. Kenny Mason, Czarface, and Ransom. They was like right there battling for that final 5th spot for me, and the Conway as well. So the Conway was them one of the joints that was battling, and Flea Lord got an album with DJ Muggs that I played a lot too. Ramelzy, I think that's what it's called. But yeah, those albums I was definitely like, look, that's what I'm saying. I could have made it easy 10, man. Like it was some albums I fuck with a lot. But yeah.
So what almost made your top 10? he thought about it. He was like,
Okay. Nah, stuff I knew I would have put on my top 5 would have been definitely the Haram album, definitely the Myke album, Benny the Butcher, Plugs I Met 2 would have made it. That Conway, so that's 4, right?
Yep.
So damn, yeah.
Oh, you need one more.
What's that one more, man?
I know it's something else I've been bumping that I just can't. It's just not hitting me right.
So you weren't digging on those Droog albums?
Oh yeah, the Droog album was dope, but I didn't. The one he did with God Fahim, it was just kind of okay for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the other one was better. What's it called?
Time or something like that.
Time.
I didn't get a
That
chance to
one-
listen to that.
oh,
one.
that was better.
I
Yeah.
didn't get a chance to listen.
Yeah, that one's really.
Yeah, I had listened to it after I sent you that track from it. With,
Yeah, and I was like, this is old.
I
What are you
didn't-
doing?
I didn't know. I was just like, holy shit.
Like, I think it came out in February or something.
Damn, it did.
I think so. I think it came out in February, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that album is really good.
Anything you guys anticipating that hasn't dropped yet?
Isaiah Rashad, maybe.
Yeah,
Isaiah Rashad.
Definitely
Yeah, I think,
anticipating that.
You know, now I didn't even know he had a new single out, but yeah, I mean, you know, of course he hadn't dropped nothing in a while, so yeah, Isaiah Rashad, and you know, it's like now people just drop shit. You know what I'm saying? Like now, it's nothing even set date no more.
No, I feel you.
know
That's what I'm saying. That anything that somebody that you would want to drop. You know what I mean? Like
Stove
Stove
guy
Guy
cooks.
Cooks.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I know that he been saying he's been working on his next album. So, I'm ready for that shit. I want that shit to drop. I want to say, I think he had mentioned that Grip was working on a new project.
Okay.
So I think that I would be interested in hearing that one. But then I think that's it off the top of my head. I can't think of no one else right now.
I only got one.
Who?
I want to see whatever comes from Freddie and Pharrell. So
They're
yeah.
doing something together? Oh, wow.
I thought he was working with different producers on this upcoming album.
Well, I don't
think
know if it's
Pharrell
gonna-
might be one of them.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be a one producer thing.
Oh, okay.
But you know, I follow Freddie a lot, so he's been in Miami with Pharrell locked in.
That would be interesting.
So
It would be,
whatever comes
yeah.
from that, I'm interested.
Okay.
Because that's it's weird, but it's like the right kind of weird.
Nah, yeah, that seems like that would really work. That
I
would
mean,
really
he made
work.
it. Pharrell made it work for the clips. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a good point.
He can make that shit work for Freddie.
What about you, Ken? Any anticipations?
I don't anticipate nothing.
Look at his face.
Even if it wasn't a drought.
Right. He like,
The only one that I'm really, really, really anticipating is there's a new Big Just album coming out. Big Just and Oracle Elohim. Some of the best work I think Big Just ever did outside of Company Flow was he did this project with Oracle called Nephilim Modulation Systems. And they haven't done anything. If I had to guess, I'd say it's at least a good 12, 13, maybe 15 years. And I just saw recently that they were doing an album and they dropped a song and it's fucking incredible. So I am extremely looking forward to that. Big Justice is still one of my favorite MCs. So
Anybody got JPEG on the list?
Oh, I forgot about that EP. I forgot all about that EP.
So added number 11.
Yep.
Ain't no drought.
No,
for you.
that's number like on my
15,
list. That's number like
16?
13, 14. I forgot all about that EP. I think sometimes like if I listen to some stuff too much, I think I've mentioned this before, but I kind of start to forget that it came out that year. But yeah, that JPEG was real good.
I heard people talking about that Denzel and Kenny.
Kenny Beats. I haven't listened to that
How
yet.
was that?
Amazing. So we did that one for DE365 as well.
was that a remix of a previous?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the one that we reviewed like a year or so ago,
Right.
this was kind of like a reprise of that.
That's what I thought.
But it was so dope that like it was that. But if you heard like to me, this one was better than the original, which was crazy. So it's really good, but I don't know, like as good as it was, I haven't played it that much. So that's the reason why I couldn't put it in the top 5. And it's not that it doesn't have replay value. It's just, I don't know, kind of like, I guess when Myke with JPEG, I didn't forget, but it's just, I don't know. Like it's just, and in all honesty, I don't think it would make my top 10. You know, but damn good project though.
Yeah.
Damn good project. Benny's feature on that shit is like that dude's stupid, and it really exposes Denzel Curry and how much he's grown as a lyricist, bro. Yeah. Like he's like, you know, on Kenny Mason's joint, his feature, how we all fucking praise Denzel.
Yeah.
Take that and times it by 10, like 10 tracks, and that is the project. Like it's that good, but yeah, not on the top.
Has anybody gotten around to listen to that Myke guy?
Myke.
I did a like last year when people were blasting us about him. I haven't listened to anything new.
He had an album that dropped too. That was he had an album called Disco that dropped.
I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it.
I liked what I heard before though.
Yeah, he's cool.
You checked out the album, right?
I checked out his older stuff. I just haven't checked out this new Disco one yet.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't checked it
Did
out.
anyone have Rome Streets on their
I
list?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, DJ Muggs.
You
and-
did? Oh.
Oh, you had that one too? Oh yeah. Hey, that
Death
shit
and
is
Magician?
stupid,
Man,
nigga.
Man.
Oh my god.
Then and the run that DJ Muggs been on.
What's it called?
Jesus Christ.
Death and the Magician.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Man.
Stupid. Well, look, man. Another mid-year top 5. Make sure that you go in the comment section. Drop your top 5.
Yeah, let us know what we missed.
Yeah, let us know what we missed. Let us know how crazy we sound with our own top 5s. Hit us up on the comment section. Hit us up on Twitter. But we out, man. We love y'all. Peace.